Madam Ruth, she will call me inside, close the door, and touch me. But I didn't understand it. She said, if I told anyone, nobody will believe me.
The Honorable Court is now in session. Arise! For the eagle-eyed, the justice slinging, the child defending, the ever-glowing, ever-knowing, ever-righteous, I can go on and on. Mayor George Lillian King!
Thank you, Chidi. You always bring great energy. But let's begin the case.
Case number KLC014. The people versus Madam Ruth, accused of child sexual abuse. May the truth speak louder than fear. My lord.
Prosecution, please begin.
My lord, the victim is David, only 7 years old. His mother works long hours, so she asked her friend Madam Ruth, who is also her neighbor, to care for him. But Madam Ruth used that trust to abuse the child. She touched him inappropriately, gave him sweets to stay quiet, and scared him to stay silent by saying his mom would hit him if he told anyone. Section 31 subsection 1 of the Child Rights Act says, no one must have sexual contact with a child. Section 32 also forbids any form of sexual abuse or exploitation. Thankfully, someone noticed. His mom noticed how David cries himself to sleep at night and observed other changes in his behavior.
Now calling David to the stand.
Thank you, David. Do you feel ready to share what happened? Only share what you're comfortable with.
Yes, my lord. Madam Ruth, she will call me inside, close the door, and touch me. But I didn't understand it. She said, if I told anyone, nobody will believe me.
You believe it, David. You are very brave.
Many children suffer and stay silent. David spoke up. Let's make sure justice speaks louder.
Defense counsel, your turn.
My lord, this case is emotional, but justice is based on evidence, not feelings. Madam Ruth has cared for David before. There is no medical report, no witness, no prior complaints. While we respect David's voice, we must consider the possibility of a misunderstanding. My client denies the accusations. We are here to seek the truth, not to convict based on assumptions or emotions.
My lord, in addition to David's clear and consistent testimony, we present one key piece of evidence. This is an audio recording captured by Mrs. Peace. On it, Madam Ruth is heard threatening David.
Keep quiet. If you talk, your mommy will hate you. Nobody will believe a small boy like you anyways. Your parents will even disown you.
This evidence confirms that Madam Ruth deliberately abused her trust and manipulated a child into staying silent. The law is clear under Section 31, subsection 1 and Section 32 of the Child Rights Act. Madam Ruth has committed a serious offense.
We ask the court to send Madam Ruth for a mental checkup before punishment is given.
That voice, that threat, it speaks volume. And this court cannot
and will not ignore such cruelty. Madam Ruth, you did not only abuse this child, you tried to hide his voice under fear. But his voice rose above it. This court finds you guilty under Section 31 and Section 32 of the Child Rights Act. And this is my judgment. David will start trauma recovery therapy with trained counselors. And as for you, Madam Ruth, you're sentenced to 10 years in prison with no parole. Schools in this area must run child protection lessons and parents awareness workshops.
Justice served. No more silence.
Let this be a warning. Not all dangers wear scary faces. Some will say, I am here to help. But if the child feels unsafe, you must act fast. If you see something wrong, speak up. If you're being hurt, tell someone. You are not alone. This court is adjourned.
Talk to someone, a neighbor, a teacher, a friend's parent, even us here at Kids Law Court. You matter. Your safety matters.
She said, keep quiet, no one will care. She smiled in front, but caused nightmares, touched the child, broke his trust, threatened silence, whispered disgust. David cried in corners, feared each night, till his mom saw something wasn't right. He spoke and shook the court with truth, a voice too young, yet full of proof. The tape played loud, her mask fell, the court stood tall and rang the bell. Children matter, pain must stop. Abuse has no safe hiding spot. David found justice in the light because he dared to speak. Your voice matters. Visit Kids Law Court, where silence ends and safety begins.